My stepson wanted me out of his life, so I gave him exactly what he asked for. He made it clear I wasn't his real parent. Now he's seeing what that really means. I married my wife, Lisa, when her son, Brandon, was 10. His biological dad, Ryan, was the classic weekend warrior. Inconsistent visits, empty promises, and just enough charm to keep Brandon convinced he was father of the year. I never tried to replace his dad. I just wanted to be there, supporting him, helping with school, showing up to his games. I thought I was doing the right thing. Then Brandon hit 14, and suddenly, I was public enemy number 1. The eye rolls, the sarcastic comments, the deliberate ignoring when I walked in the room. And worst of all, every time Ryan waltzed back into his life after months of silence, Brandon acted like he walked on water. It didn't matter that I was the one who showed up every single day. I was just the guy his mom married. Then came the fight. I told him to help with something around the house. He exploded. "You're not my real dad. I don't need you. I never asked for you to be here." Lisa jumped in trying to de-escalate, but I just held up my hand. I was done. "You don't want me in your life?" I said calmly. "Fine. I won't be, and I meant it." I didn't stop providing for him. I wasn't petty. I just stopped being his dad. No more "how was your day?" No more driving him to school. No more helping with homework. No more covering for him when he forgot stuff. I was still in the house, but I was a ghost. At first, he acted like it was a victory. He got what he wanted. No more stepdad breathing down his neck. But then, reality hit. He missed a ride to a party? Not my problem. Forgot his lunch at home? Guess he'd have to figure it out. Had a broken laptop before an assignment was due? Not my concern. Ryan flaked again on their weekend plans? That's between them. It took weeks, but I started noticing something. He wasn't as loud anymore. Wasn't walking around the house with the same smug attitude. And one night, I overheard him talking to Lisa. "Why doesn't he talk to me anymore?" Lisa sighed. "You told him you didn't want him in your life, Brandon. He's respecting your choice." Silence. Then, barely above a whisper, "I didn't mean it like that." A few nights later, he knocked on my door. No apology. He's too proud for that. Just a hesitant, "Hey, could you help me with something?" I shrugged. "I don't know. Do you actually want my help, or am I just forcing myself into your life again?" He stared at the floor. He didn't answer. Now, I'm left with a decision. Do I let him back in, or do I let him sit with the consequences of what he asked for? Because for the first time, he's realizing what he lost. After weeks of silence, Brandon finally cracked. He needed my help, but I wasn't about to just jump back in like nothing happened. He had to understand that words have consequences. But apparently, my wife didn't see it that way. At first, Lisa had been quietly supportive. She saw how disrespectful Brandon had been. She even agreed that I was right to step back. But then things changed. One night, she sat me down in the living room, arms crossed. That look, the one every husband recognizes. "You're really not going to talk to him?" I raised an eyebrow. He made it clear that's what he wanted. Lisa sighed. "Come on, he's just a kid. A kid who told me he didn't need me and that I was nothing to him." I shot back. If I forced my way back in, I'd be controlling and overbearing. Now I'm cold because I gave him what he asked for? Lisa pressed her lips together. I don't like how this feels in our house. The tension. It's weird. He's hurting and you're acting like you don't even care. I laughed at that. I couldn't help it. You think I don't care? Lisa, I was the one who cared. I cared when he didn't. I showed up when his real dad bailed over and over again. I cared when it wasn't convenient. And what did I get for it? A slap in the face. Lisa's voice turned sharp. "So what? You're punishing him? Teaching him a lesson?" "I'm respecting his choice," I corrected. She hated that. That conversation was the beginning of the end. Lisa started acting differently, colder. She suddenly had too much work to talk at dinner. She'd go to bed early. And when Brandon was around, now she was super mom, cooking his favorite meals, laughing at his dumb jokes, making extra sure to include him in conversations while I sat there like a damn houseplant. I saw what she was doing. She was choosing a side. One night, I came home from work to hear them whispering in the kitchen. When I walked in, they shut up real fast. That was it. I wasn't going to be in my own home walking on eggshells because a teenager threw a tantrum and got exactly what he asked for. I packed a bag that night. Lisa walked into the bedroom while I was stuffing my clothes into a duffel. "What are you doing?" "I'm leaving," I said simply. "You and Brandon clearly have things figured out, so I'm getting out of your way." Her face went white. "You're leaving over this? Seriously?" "You don't respect me," I said. "Brandon doesn't respect me, and I'm done being treated like an outsider in my own damn house." She didn't say anything at first. She just stared. Then her voice cracked. "But I love you." I shook my head. "You love me when it's easy." Then I zipped up my bag and walked out the door. I got a hotel for the night, Lisa's been blowing up my phone with texts ranging from "let's talk" to "you're being ridiculous" to "don't do this to our family." Funny. Brandon made a choice. I respected it. Lisa made hers. Now I'm making mine. So tell me, am I the asshole for walking away?